Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studio, and with me today I have Chief Ranger Megan Goin. She is the Chief of Visitor Experience at the Shenandoah State Park.
Shenandoah River State Park.
And that's the Andy Guest Park.
Yep.
Tell me the whole name of it.
It's Raymond. You got me messed. Raymond R. Andy Guest Jr. Shenandoah River State Park. It's definitely a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, but it is one of the coolest state parks, I think, in the whole state, and it's right here in our backyard.
Yep.
So next week we have a really cool event coming up, the Bluebell Festival. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Bluebell Festival will be next Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. and it will be, go into 4 p.m. This is our second annual festival to celebrate the bluebells, the Virginia Bluebell flowers that grow along our riverbank. And I want to say, if my calculations are correct, fingers crossed, they'll be at peak next week. Okay. So when you walk along the Bluebell Trail, you should see nothing but like a carpet of blues and purples. So cool. We're really excited for that. And then also at our festival, not only will we have the beautiful flowers, we'll also have things like food trucks, vendors coming out to sell their stuff or promote their organizations, and then we'll also have ranger programs too.
Okay, all sorts of cool things, because we were out there when you introduced your all-terrain wheelchair, which is really cool. And I'll put a link to that story below this one so people can check that out. But the park is, I always say it's the best kept secret in our county, because it is so cool out there, and it's a free park, except you do pay a $10 we'll call that a parking fee.
Yep, $10
but all the events and things like that going on doesn't really cost anything, right?
Yeah, most of them are free.
Most of them are free, and she has a whole long list of things coming up in the month of April. We're going to put a link to their site so you can check that out, because there is just tons and tons of stuff that's going on. So now tell us the history of bluebell flowers. I bet you know. Come on now. I want a visitor experience. I'm going to put you on the spot. Now, I did not ask her for this ahead of time. So,
well, there's about 60 different species of bluebells across the world. So ours is specifically the Virginia Bluebell. It's not only found in Virginia, but it's also found all along the East Coast, I think even into Canada. And I want to say almost all the way west as far as the Mississippi River. And they're really, I would say, like unique flowers. They really love like a moist river bend type of environment. And how they grow, they have really thick like root systems in the ground that they're perennial flowers, so they come back.
Keep coming back, so you don't have to go out there and plant them every year.
No, goodness, that'd be crazy. So what happens is that as soon as the weather starts getting warm, so last year, since we had such a warm winter, they started blooming, or they started growing in February, and I was like, okay, slow down. But this year, they started popping up right as soon as it got warm in the beginning of March. And they only flower for about 3 weeks out of the year, and then the flowers go away. And as soon as the leaves come on the tree, the plants themselves disappear, and they don't pop back up until spring. So they're only here for a very short window of time.
Do the deer like eating them?
That's a good question. I want to say they are edible, but don't quote me on that. Don't go out and eat wild plants.
It seems like whenever you try to plant flowers around town, they don't last very long, because I like that one, and the deer come in your yard and don't munch, don't you know?
Yeah. But it doesn't seem like any animals particularly care for them. They usually stay, once they grow up, they stay.
Well, maybe the word
around.
got out that we're having a Bluebell Festival, and they're just leaving them alone, so we'll have a complete visitor experience.
I hope so, yeah.
You got something you want to just highlight coming up that is kind of really big for the next month or so at the park?
Yeah, so something that I'm personally really excited about it. Well, I get excited about all of it.
Sure you do.
But
that's why you're the chief ranger.
Yeah. I love my job. Very blessed to be here. But we will start offering fly fishing classes starting in May. So we're going to do 2 a month. From May to September, except for September, it gets a little colder, so we'll just do one. But we're really excited for this opportunity to add, a new way to experience the river at our park. And the Shenandoah River is great for fly fishing. especially for things like the smallmouth bass. That's our prize fish. So I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it's for beginners. But if you're an experienced fisherman or fisherwoman, come out and join us too.
Right.
It's only $25 a class. So.
Yeah, it's really cool. And that's when we were out there with the wheelchair, where the river kind of bends around right there at that park, and it's just a nice, calm part of the river, and it looks like you can just walk right out in it, and it's very picturesque.
It is
right there.
Yes.
It's right. The whole park is, and and the trails there are really nice too. I mean, it's not like there's some challenging ones, but I'm going to say most of them are very, easy to walk.
Yeah, most of them.
And you got some, and it's just cool, just so cool. I can't even really talk about it because it's such a neat little place. And I know about your camper site because tell about the camping, because you can camp there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 2 different campgrounds. We have our RV campground that has 31 sites, so that has electric and water. And then we also have a primitive campground, so that's tent only, and it's walk to. But it's right on the river, and it's very pretty, very quiet. Both of our campgrounds have fully functional bathhouses, so you don't have to worry about that.
That's what I like about the park. You can go camping and have a
hot shower. Yeah, exactly right. And then we also have 11 cabins as well. So if you're more into like the glamping side of things, you can stay in a cabin.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just so much neat things. And I know the locals, can come and go, and they like it. And one time we were there, we had the couple. Remember, they were from Pennsylvania, and they said, "Oh, we come down here every month."
Yep.
And they were running the trails and stuff. They just love it. Said it's one of the best places. And Pennsylvania's got a lot of nice parks and things, but they like driving down here and coming to your park. So it's so cool. I really appreciate it. So the Bluebell Festival is Saturday?
Yep, Saturday, April 5th.
April 5th, and it's from 10 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And really the only cost is the $10.
Yep, the only cost is a $10 parking fee. If you have a Virginia State Park annual pass, you can use that to get in as well.
Megan said $85 you can get a park and get into any state park in Virginia. And I said, well, I really don't like that $10, but tell us why we have to pay the $10.
So Virginia State Parks are not fully funded, so we do have to provide some of our own revenue in order to operate. So that $10 parking fee does go to help us run the park. So.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
I guess the governor, that's how you cut the budget. We'll just cut out the parks,
Yeah, that'd be sad.
But it's the best $10 you'll spend. So Bluebell Festival, April 5th, 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock at the Andy Guest. Tell us again.
Shenandoah River State Park, or if you want the full name,
well,
Raymond. Yeah, okay. Andy Guest is the name for locals.
Because that's what kind of was called the Andy Guest Park. Yeah, at the very beginning. But it's a great thing. I really want thanks again, Megan, for coming in.
Thank
and
you.
we'll call you. We'll get back like in May, because I know we have a lot of summertime activities of so many cool things going on at the park, and we'll talk about that then. Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
Thanks again.
Thank you.